there, they're all headed to Antarctica. They leave from this port because right now we're in the most southern city in the world, Ushuaia. So right now I'm on the main street, San Martin. It's quite dead right now. You got my pool on the other side. But Ushuaia, as a city itself, is quite small. Well, let's do some history on this right now. So you gotta go back 10,000 years. This is where the natives mainly dominated the whole land. Tierra del Fuego, the whole island. That's the province. So you got the shamanas, which are kind of like the water avatar. They'd be on canoe, kayaks, hunting, seals, anything they could find in the water. And then you got the land avatars, which were the onas, the Selknam. And these were agile men. They would hunt. They were almost naked. And in here it's really cold. It snows a lot most of the year. And so to stay warm, they always had a fire on no matter what. Even on the kayaks, they'll have rocks under the fire, so nothing would happen to the ship, the boat. But that's that. And since they always had a fire on, so when the settlers from Europe, mainly Croatia, Italy, and England, the initial settlers, they were on religious missions. And when they came, they saw that there was smoke in there everywhere, because all the natives, they would always have that fire on. So that's why the island got its name, Tierra del Fuego, which is the land of the fire. The natives were very nomadic. I mean, if they would find a good place for hunting, they would stay there, post up a few days, and then move on. The men, they did most of the hunting, and they would make the weapons. The woman's job was to stay at home, or stay wherever they were posted, bear the children, and also, pick up fruits and veggies, whatever they could find, and always have the fire on. They needed to keep the fire on at all times. They couldn't risk that. They had to stay warm to survive, and also to welcome back the men from hunting. That right over there, that's called Estancia Tunel, which is a ranch. Ranches are very common here in Argentina. It's one of its biggest exports. At one point, it was 90% of exports was meat produce, which is quite a lot. And this one specifically focused on barrels. Wood in Tierra del Fuego, the province, was very abundant, and so that's how they made their money. This is where things get quite interesting. You see, when the settlers came here and made their ranches, they privatized their land. But the natives didn't believe that. They thought land was free, land was for everybody. And they were just doing their thing. They would come here and kill their sheep, and the owners of the ranches would get mad. And sheep down here in the south of Argentina is very lucrative. Sheep, obviously, for wool, to make beds like Minecraft. And you also have cordero, which is baby sheep. So after 6 months, you kill it, so it doesn't have that much fat, and it's for meat consumption. And back to the story with the Indians. When the Indians would kill, the owners would get really pissed off, and it got to the point where it started a genocide. This ethnic cleansing of natives was done purposely. The ranch owners, they wanted all the land, and they didn't want any trouble, so they could continue making money through their business. And so they put a price tag on their head. At one point, it was £5 per Indian, which in today's US dollar is around $960. I myself wouldn't go out and kill them, but it's quite a fair price tag. So a lot of people come for trekking. Like when I was coming here on plane, almost everybody came for trekking. And you also got the port. The port is where most of the money comes in through here, because you have the touristic cruises that go to Antarctica. We're only 1,000 kilometers away. We're in the most southern city in the world. That's why it's nicknamed the end of the world. Ushuaia, the capital of Tierra del Fuego, became an official city in 1884 of October 12th. The province, Tierra del Fuego, became officially became a province October 16th, 4 days later. Tierra del Fuego is an island apart from the rest of Argentina, where you actually, if you go by land, you have to cross into Chile, go into a ferry, and then you enter the Argentinian side of Tierra del Fuego. Argentina was worried that Chile would take over the whole entire island of Tierra del Fuego, and there was a reason. Argentina had a weak position in Tierra del Fuego. There weren't that many people that lived there, and so they had an idea. They wanted to stimulate population growth, and in order to do so, they incentivized the people with a tax benefit. So in Tierra del Fuego, in the Argentinian side, there's no taxes. This would mean that more people would want to come here, businesses, as well as specific industries like oil and timber. They moved in here, and they also have another incentive where if you buy a car here, there's no taxes, and after 5 years you could sell it to the other parts of Argentina. So Ushuaia ended up with a beaver problem. The funny thing is that there were no beaver to begin with, but a few decades ago, a few men decided to bring 10 pairs of beaver, and they would use it to hunt, use their skin. Obviously the fur had its value, but it wasn't the value that they thought it would have. And so the population increased exponentially. Not only because no one wanted to hunt them, and they also had no predators, so no one was hunting them, no one in the food chain. And from those original 20, now they're said to be 110,000. And it's caused a lot of problems. You see, they would destroy the trees to create their dams. Their dams would create flooding, and the flooding would get into the trees again and would worsen the quality of the timber. Timber in Tierra del Fuego was a really good industry. So they had their setbacks. Also with the fiber optic lines, they would destroy a lot of infrastructure. And so now it's said to cost the Argentinian government over $60 million a year. Okay, so there's something that we also got to talk about, and that's the federal prison that they have here. So it opened officially in 1911, but there's a little history to it. Before, they had a military prison in one of the islands a few hundred kilometers away from here, and there was a lot of ethical issues with it. A lot of prisoners would die because it's cold, it snows a lot, but they would also put them in hard conditions, like they would make them work really hard, etc., etc. And so a lot of them died, and so they wanted to move it here where it would be safer, somewhat, not entirely. And so in 1902 they started building the prison here in Ushuaia. 1911 officially opened, and that's when they moved the prisoners here to the mainland. And it was still hard, it's still cold weather, it was still snow. They would make them work a lot. You would have those that were captured, huge criminals from Argentina all around, and some political prisoners. Obviously the political prisoners had it a lot easier. It's cold as balls in this jail. One of these inmates, these criminals that I want to talk about, his name is Petiso Orejudo. That's his nickname. Translated to English means midget with big ears. And this guy was crazy. He was from the Buenos Aires province, so close to the capital. And he was the first serial killer in Argentina. He was born in the late 1800s, and he finally got caught in the 1916s. But he started at a young age. At 10, he was already doing crazy stuff. He was killing. He had 4 kills, 7 attempted murders, which, yes, compared to Ted Bundy, those are rookie numbers. But back then, those were good numbers. His victims were little kids, 2-3-year-old babies, and he would get a nail and stab it in their head. That was his iconic move. And so he went to jail, 1916. It wasn't until 1926 where he went to Ushuaia. It's because he had He had a lot of problems in the previous jail that he was at, killing inmates, all that. And yeah, he ended up dying in Ushuaia, in prison. Look what we found. This right here is called calafate. It's a type of blueberry. Well, it's not a blueberry, but it's very common in the Patagonia region. And this is the strongest antioxidant fruit in the world. So, scientific name is Berberis microphylla. It's ancestral fruit, but now it's a superfood. So as you can tell, it's a thorny shrub, so you gotta be careful when you're picking it out. They grow out in openings. Right now we're close to the forest. And the way it spreads is when animals eat it, they chew it down, digest it, and when they poop out the seed is able to germinate quicker because it went through the whole digestive process of the animal. And once the poop's on the floor, it's ready to grow. For medicinal purposes, you crush it into powder form and you freeze it so you could preserve it longer. There's a saying that whoever eats calafate comes back. So if you come down here, make sure to eat one. Okay, no more History Channel. Let's do some trekking. Let's go. Alright, another day, another dollar. Today we're doing Cerro del Medio, which is the mountain in the middle. It should be that one over there. There's a lagoon on top. And if I'm brave enough, maybe I'll get in. Okay, so we made it to the Minecraft map. We're gonna be doing this one right here. I don't even know, it should go longer, so I don't know what this is about. Alright, check this out, man. Look at all these unfinished homes. You would think that this is like where the poor people live, but no. I think this is just like a hippie neighborhood up on the mountains, and they just want to live a chill lifestyle outside the city, and it's quite cool. So I'm about to start getting to the steeper side, and I'm already tired. I gotta eat this banana so my muscles can put in the work. We got like a little hut over here. We got 1 kilometer left. The top is like right over there. But we got the lagoon. We got the view. But ain't no way I'm getting in, bro. I'm fucking freezing already. 3 hours later, 950 meters of elevation. I'm at the top of Cerro del Medio. I'm at the top, man. I feel like I climbed Mount Everest, but I know I didn't. That's so well. Baby steps. First time being at the top of a mountain. And man, it feels great. That is where we're going today. Once you make it to the top, you gotta have lunch, man. We got a sandwich. So the glacier we have right here, this one over here, used to get all the way up to that rock right there. And now it's almost 200 meters back. I guess the world's getting hotter, man. Check it out. Ice, baby. Nice hike, man. Nice hike. A few kilometers later, all the way up here. That over there, that's the canal, the main one. Ushuaia is somewhere over there. And then on the other side of the canal, that land, those mountains, that's Chile. Well, hell yeah. We made it, man. Yo, one thing though, eh? Have you ever got problems? You just gotta go up a mountain, go somewhere with nature and realize it ain't that serious, man. Yo, if you want some water without fluoride, some no chloride, some good healthy water, man, right here. It's infinite water, man, like that Minecraft glitch. Nice and cold, nice and cold. After 20 kilometers of going up a mountain, you need to relax a little bit. Oh, this feels nice. The only bad thing about this massage chair is it doesn't have a happy ending. I've been with these 3 dogs for a few kilometers now, and they're helping me out. We're about to cross this little river over here with the gang. Oh, let's see. All right, it's not that bad. Oh. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! What a champ. Look at that. I think I misdirected myself, but now we're on the right track. 13 kilometers later, and we're finally at Estancia Tunel. 3 dogs with me. They all came. We got a nice view today. Today is Crazy Hair Day, and we're doing a little trekking. We're trying to go up all the way over here. If you can see, it looks like it snowed last night, so hopefully I don't catch any snow. Hey, but let's do it. We're almost there. Half a kilometer left. Yo, check me out, man. Check me out. Look where we at. So we're basically already at the glaciar. It's that over there where you see all the snow. I don't want to go any further. I think this is good enough. Now time for some lunch. Yo, lunchtime over here on top of the mountain. You got ham and cheese taco. Got some water from the river, so some fresh cold water. What else could you ask for, man? Don't you lose your way. So I just realized something. If you're out in nature and it's very cold, go under the trees. Go where there's a lot of trees. But look, it's snowing right now. Whoa. Oof, on the way down. It's fucking beautiful, mate. Oh. Look at that, man. Look at that. Yo, officially leaving Tierra del Fuego right now. I'm on the ferry, and to leave a review, I think Ushuaia was a beautiful city. A small city, a small port city with mountains all around, so it's always beautiful views, and if you love trekking, definitely check it out. It's funny though, because there is a more southern city, an island on the Chilean side, but it's not that big. No one knows about them. So Ushuaia will keep that label, the most southern city in the world. So yo, subscribe, like the video, man. Comment what you think. Comment how I can get better at these videos. And that's it, man. Peace.